I just want to run you through how I make the feeder that I've used in today's session. Basically, there's the shop bought feeder. It's perfect for using either soft pellets or ground bait or a mixture of both. Basically all I do is to cut the veins off. They're the ones that hold on the ground bait. You want it dead flat so the bag sits perfectly on top. Once they're cut off, you're left with that. You can see the elastic's already on this one. And then basically drill 2 holes either side of the tubing that your line goes through, and then put your hydro through it. Tie a knot, make sure it's nice and pingy so it's going to hold the bag on, and more importantly, cut through the bag. The most important thing when you're doing this is to always have the knot at the top. If you have the knot underneath, it can make the feeder lie a little bit uneven on a hard bottom. So always have the knot at the top, that way the feeder will lay dead flat, and when the bag actually disperses, the rubber cuts through it and you get that spread of bait, the feeder won't be laying at an angle, it will be laying absolutely dead flat. So that's how I go about making the PVA method feeder. I'm now going to show you how I load the feeder. You can see that the elastic's there, and all it is, basically take the bag, stretch the elastic, get the elastic over the bag, and then just centralise the elastic so the bag's nice and on the middle of the feeder and can't come off. That way, as soon as the bag starts to dissolve, the elastic will cut through it and break the bag up much quicker than it would do, say, if it was just on the hook or on your lead. I'd always suggest before you start the session just to test the PVA bag in a bowl of water or bait box full of water, just so you know and you've got a rough idea exactly how long it takes to break up. I'm just going to pop one in now and we can have a look just to see how long it breaks up. One thing you'll notice about this is that when the bag does dissolve, the elastic cuts through the bag, that you do get a little bit more of a spread of the pellets than you would if it was just the bag dissolving. When the bag just dissolves, it literally just goes into a ball of pellets on the bottom. But with this, you get a little bit of a spread, which again I think is a slight difference that can just fool those carp. Carp are used to being caught on PVA, little piles of bait out in the middle of the lake, and I definitely think that they're starting to get a little bit wary. So again, another good thing about this method is a little bit of spread of pellets you get once the bag dissolves. Like I say, it's going to take a little while purely because of the temperature of the water. It's gone down in the last few days. It really has been quite cold at night, but it shouldn't be too long now. Around about 2 minutes, and there you go. You can see once that bag had started to go, that elastic has just cut straight through it, and you'll see the actual spread of pellets there. You can see why, just through that little demonstration, why I think this method is so deadly. You can imagine your hook baits just on the outskirts of those pellets, and there's carp milling around out in the middle of the lake. There's only one thing that's going to happen.